We're back right there with the battle between that's Conquest Racing and Scuderia. So the break did take longer than expected. I'm sorry for that. And now Conquest...
It's no bigger position changes though during the break here.
Yes, Conquest to the inside, no contact, but wow, what close! So I hope the sound is now much better than before. Okay, cool to have some positive feedback on that. Yeah, second half of this race. We're here at the GT2 World Series finale. Three hours, 2 safety cars, and a second shot at the race start are already in the books.
Yeah, the race start was quite interesting there. We had a lot of confusion and mess. First restart had to be red flagged completely and redone. There's actually quite some action going on here. We have several position fights here. One is for P8 between Yard Time and Conquest.
That's the one we are looking at right now.
It won't be for long though, as Jack Sedgwick connects to the server. He's going to take over from Yard. We have this fight for a fourth here between Core and Genuine still. It's been going on for quite a while now.
Well, Dominic Angle is in pits.
Yeah, Johnny Turnbull is gonna take over from him. And Genuine here in the draft of the Core car entering turn 1. Decides to back off. Core car goes for a defensive line. This means the Genuine car is gonna get a better exit unless he decides... Oh, he gets punted off by a back marker there.
World Crash League, well, the name says it all.
Yeah, that I don't really know. They should have one guy saying on TeamSpeak, "Don't get involved in this. This isn't your fight. These guys are fighting for third position right now. And what are you doing there in between?" This guy Jonas makes a dive bomb and gets past here. Gonna try and make up for lost time here. It's right behind the Core car. Could have gone in the draft for turn 3. Just gonna have to give it another go.
Sideways moment.
Yeah, he's pushing so hard right now, trying to catch up here.
So as you might have noticed, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just saying overdriving will not help him.
Okay, that's true. I just wanted to say, as you might have noticed, we changed the cameras, and this camera set is made by Boothie, so thanks to Boothie for making this and sending it to me. It should give you better views on the racing action here.
Genuine here running the exactly same second split. My LFS is bugged or something, but it looks like the core car actually has to keep the wheel a bit to the left as well to go on the straight, so there might be a problem with the core car.
We're now on board with core, so we might be able to take a look on that. And now we've got the damage bars shown for a second. He's got quite some damage overall, pretty much balanced.
Yeah, I have to say though, the genuine car has more damage than the core. But the core car is having more toe damage, which affects the car, the handling of the car more.
Well, it always is also a problem for the driver. Some drivers can't drive with the slightest bit of damage, while other drivers are still doing incredibly good lap times with damaged cars.
$36.18 for core and $36.17 for genuine.
Now showing for a moment the car of Friscops. You will notice now it's the right skin, now it's yellow and red instead of blue and white. So every little problem got solved during the break. Good to know. For what reason, I don't know. They are shown in second position by TV director. So don't really look at TV Direct to run tracker next to the stream, and you'll be updated as good as you can be updated. Well, if tracker works, which currently is rather buggy.
I think we might have missed something here. SR has actually lost quite a lot of time, I think. I don't know if they were involved in some accident or something. The damage there, it's quite a lot on the front right. Maybe they had it earlier as well. Didn't really pay attention, but it looks like they've lost some time. Well, maybe not.
They also were a team which did not fix their damage during the pit stop, so one can only guess. In front of them there is the SPDO car. So both cars saying SR on their skins are right behind each other. Some of you might notice the first part of the race is already in the latest videos section, so you can watch it if you want.
How's the race going for you two now?
Well, we survived our... Yeah, it's a Chris. He's still living.
I'd go and do other things and then look at protests and yeah.
Oh yeah, protests. Is there anything big in protest thread?
No, not especially. It's quite boring actually. As somebody who shall remain nameless, but like Spooky's just said, this race needs safety car.
Yeah, I've read it.
It's fairly spread out, yeah, the field.
I suppose the most interesting thing is, can 3RD get up into the positions needed to hold on to the championship at the moment? I'm sure we'll see cars timing out eventually. Well, potentially, but it's very interesting to see if they can do it.
Yeah, I guess they need to finish 12th or 11th to get the overall.
I think Deco said 8th, and they're in 10th just now.
Yeah.
So it's going close.
Dashquid's coming into the pit lane.
As we see Kedakovic also going into the pits.
Oh, and my 3ID overshot the last pit stall. They need to get into reserve and drive back. Reverse, not reserve.
Yeah, that's stuff you really can't afford when you're trying to chase down the guys in front and need every little second you can get. And it looks like the car is pulled quite a big gap to January here. Watching them fight it out for 10-15 laps earlier.
Yeah, they were fighting like every time we watched them. Right before the break, during the break, after the break. Of course, during the break was bad for you guys out there. But as nothing happened, it was still okay. Core gets held up a bit there, but now it's Jenna who has to go through that fighting group and... Whoa, contact!
Whoa!
Right in front of Jenna.
Yeah, there was the waves, like the Red Sea, just sort of parted and opened up there for Jenna to go through the middle. Should we do a quick rundown since it's just gone over halfway into the positions just now? I think we should. Load Lions, who are battling my 3RD Gaming for the championship today, lead the race with 3RD having timed out on the comeback trail. Second by Sonic Realms Racing. Core are third, Core Racing number 1. Genuine Racing number 1 are in 4th position, with Tiger Express the lead FXR in 5th position. In 6th position, Genuine Racing number 2 having just made a pit stop, so I think they're slightly out of sync just now. With Speedo Racing in 7th position, Vortex Motorsports in 8th, Conquest 9th, and Scuderia Fica del Nord running at the top 10. Gullhof Racing Team are in 11th, 12th are my 3AD on the comeback trail. Can they get up to the position they need to secure the championship?
We actually have a car on its side, Oh,
car inside!
Latvian team, Krampus is on his side, stuck against the wall. He hasn't rolled, he's standing on the side of the track, leaned against the wall there. I think he hit the wall on the left, the first part of the left right there, and just got up on 2 wheels and wasn't able to save it.
Back from the break already with a caution. And that, well, that helmet doesn't look very healthy in the place where it is.
Let's see if we see any cars go into the pits here. Team 86 taking advantage of the safety car, doing a pit stop.
Yes, the Black Bulls. Rescue car now, right at the side of the Team Latvia car. We're waiting for anyone else to do a pit stop.
I think I saw the Sonic Realms car go in, did I? Yes, I did. Sonic Realms in the pits.
Yes,
and he gets
they
punched
are.
as he enters the pits as well.
Well, it doesn't matter if a tire dies on the pit lane entry, actually.
As long as you don't get a drive-through, it's fine.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna have some action here again after 3.5 hours. It'll be interesting actually. We have a lot of cars with a lot of damage. Anything can happen here. As we see Genuine also into the pits.
Nearly made contact with that wall there. Chris Ford alarming everyone to take care also of the rescue car. So that Mary thank you, that he doesn't get hit as well. So we have got another car in pit lane, well, exiting pit lane actually. That's the 33 Gulub coming out of pit. And I guess we've got time now to do the quick replay. You now see how I'm searching the right spot for the replay. So jumping on board with him. There we see him entering that complex. Now the right-hander. And oh, okay. That was not good.
He hit the wall.
Yes, he hit the wall. He hit the inside wall on the right-hander. From seeing it another time from TV view, he simply clipped it and flipped it. So there we go. Safety car still out, so we did not really miss anything. Well, a classic crash for South City, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, that turn can actually... There's been quite a few cars that's done that before, so it's not the first time. It is especially as you're starting to turn to the right, so you put all the most of the weight on the left side of the car, and it's such a short run to the wall there that if you don't react really quickly, just really fast turning to the left, the turn goes to the right, you automatically want to keep the wheel a bit to the right to make the turn. But if you don't, that's what's gonna happen. You have to be really fast on putting the wheel to the opposite side to save the car.
And we had a timeout. The 36 of Arayo timed out, and also from the 36 Team Virus, jumping back into the car is Caracas. Unfortunate for them.
Safety car in this lap. And we're gonna see Robin Friskops here controlling the field.
He's got several lap cars behind him.
Yes, and he's quite many cars in between there, between first and second, so it's gonna be, and probably most of those cars are fighting for position themselves as well, so they're probably not gonna let him by too easy. As we see Robin go here, back to race pace.
6 cars are between them.
There hasn't been any green flag, but as soon as Robin goes back to race pace, it is green flag, so it is green flag now. Just that administration didn't get it out.
There was, I guess there was a delay because of the mass of green flag messages we now get. And here we are with Antonin, who tries to go through the traffic.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy for him, especially on this track. If there's...
Oh, he made contact with Scuderia Fica del Nord.
Team Jack. Yeah, Team Jack lose there.
And now course right at their bumper.
Team
Ooh, drifting.
Gets really loose there.
Oh, contact between Core and Scuderia. Antonin now around the Virus 2 car.
Here we have no sound on the stream.
I hope it is served yet. No?
Okay, yeah, back on the action. Team Jack makes a pass on Core, even though they're one or several laps down here. They make the pass, holding the Core car up.
Well, Core tries to get Core back into the race, actually.
Looks like the Lola Lions car jumped off into quite a big lead already, with these other contenders fighting with blue flaggers.
Yeah, there is a big gap between them. We'll see the current gaps in a few seconds here on the in the stream on the picture. At least you're supposed to be looking at it sometime. And car 44 got a drive-through penalty. For ignoring blue flags and causing an accident. And he now served his penalty and is back on the track again. At the very tail end of this snake crawling through South City.
Okay, so where do we have my 3ID now after this restart so far? They are 11th, according to the tracker.
And but still one lap down, if I see it correctly.
Yes, that is correct from the leader. There's only, according to the tracker, there's only 6 cars on the lead lap. Speed Racing is 7th, is the first car that's 1 lap down.
Well, as track has been funny, as Chris pointed out earlier. We'll wait and see. Core Racing, the second Core Racing car, also got a penalty, a drive-through. And they served it.
Yeah, it gets so hard. Like I said earlier, it's so hard to let by here as well. Because if you're in a fight with another car, even though you're a lap down, you just don't want to give the position right away and lose the battle for that position you have. So it's not always up to the car in front to just leave space right away, but both have to give something up to make it smooth.
Especially in a fight here, not used to see a quick reaction to blue flags, because always if you go to the side and let the leader pass, you can also be passed by your opponent. Oh, and Virus, look at the Virus car at the 35. Heavy damage on it.
Yeah, that car is completely done.
All 4 tires pointing in different directions.
Yeah, I wonder if he's even gonna get this. He can't get the car to turn. Yeah, he's gonna reverse here. I don't know. It looks like the track is quite clear behind him though, so he might make it to the pits. It's not that far, but
yes,
that car is. I
guess safety car is on standby though.
Yeah, I think we have this rescue car coming to rescue him as well here. Looks like he can get into the pits here.
Nearly clipping that wall, that inside wall there.
Yeah, maybe you could take a look at what happened, because that is some heavy damage right there.
Yes, if nothing happens now, we can take a brief look into it. Handmade replay service. Hope you guys out there appreciate it.
Yeah, there's no really bigger position fights at the moment. I think you guys can have a look at that.
They had contact with my 3ID.
Oh.
But they were... I'm still searching that... Oh. Well, every picture-in-picture I loading from that incident, it looks even worse. So, jumping on board. This highway straight, then into the right-hander, and then the left-hander. Oh, bug! That was a bug, actually.
Oh, look at that! Yes. Oh, I've never seen that before. It's like
if you know the
stuck in the ground.
It reminds me of that breakdance video of iRacing.
Look at this, he comes here and BAM! Stops and gets hit. Wow.
And now he now he drove straight back into the line, and then that's why I thought he made contact with my 3ID. And then because of his
turn off the hacks, guys. Turn off the hacks.
And then the rest is pretty obvious.
Seen that before. That's the first time I've seen that.
So a premiere for you on this stream? Some buggy accident? Back live?
Yeah, I think Genuine was the car who hit them from behind. Wasn't it? Yeah, because the Genuine car is a bit damaged on the front right there. Dilo sounds.
Sounds, yeah. Okay. We're not fail-proof yet, but... Anyways, I think we've got pretty much action here.
And looks like Core and SR are quite close for second.
Yeah, and Core with the slightly better car, I guess. Just
Yeah,
looking from the...
damage.
Yeah.
Looks like Team Jack is still keeping up here with Core.
But they are one lap down.
Yes, but Jack having a good ride here in his second stint. First stint. And we actually have Tiger Express being held up by World Crash League here for a few laps, and that World Crash League car is just the looks of it. And
Yes.
once again contact with the car, contact with the wall.
Contact with everything you can make contact with.
But they drive the bus, so...
And they get a stop and go penalty. So it quite fits that we're on them. For the same offense, I don't know what you think you are doing. That was a quote of Chris Ford. So again they blocked under blue flags, and again they got penalized for doing such things. Now in picture Pananen, who battled with the virus car of Caracas. Caracas was also victim of timeout. So he's driving through the field, trying to get back into a better position, and defensive driving by them. By the little speed original scoring, they are not even one lap, they are multiple laps down.
And sorry to interrupt you, we actually have a fight for 8th here between Speedo and Conquest. Conquest had a visit in the wall there, entering turn 3.
I guess, well, Conquest likes walls, because early on they also liked the wall and made contact to it very often, and therefore didn't get around that car they wanted to get around. But now they are looking like to be in a better position, and as saying so, they again made contact with the wall. Sideways moment. nice. There's now more distance between those two. But that are some good shots to get the racing close to you,
11,
I guess.
10, 11th position here, fight between Drunk and Pure.
Yes, and
It makes it sick on the outside.
yeah, Pure ran the outside and Drunk smashing it into the wall, like they are drunk. The team Drunk. Pure now keeps up getting away from Pure, from Drunk.
Like the way the front right tire is exposed on the genuine car before.
Yes,
It's driving with nothing, it's driving in the air.
well, the designers of that car must have thought that, must have constructed a tire structure that can be held by nothing, just air. Tomler timed out! So, here we go, that was the car we are watching.
And Koskinen timed out.
Oh, 2 timeouts within 2 seconds.
Which means they will most likely retire. So I see Dominic Engel. No, that's wrong. Dominic Engel takes over the car.
Yes, he was, well, helping the administration there, and then his teammate timed out, so he jumped back onto the track and took over the 27 car. Here in picture, being overtaken by Vortex.
That's a real shame for them. They were running pretty good. And we still have Team Jack following Corey in third. They can't get away from Team Jack.
No, they can't. However, they get with getting closer to SR again. They might take a look at second position. I mean, silver is better than bronze.
Oh, I actually saw a car in the wall. Who was that? That's the Bulls.
The bolts are in the wall.
I think they were, yes.
Better staying in the wall than rushing through the wall, as bolts sometimes do. With Core now entering the pit lane.
Yeah, we're getting closer to that 1 hour mark here, or 4 hour mark here.
Yes, if you haven't watched the first part of the race, it is viewable, by the way, here already in the latest videos thingy of live stream. It also will be on YouTube sometime.
Yeah, you should check that out if you want to see cars flying. Start 1, 2. had one aborted start and another start which caused a safety car right away at start. So there was some interesting stuff going on at the start there.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. There will be a battle between 33 and 22 for 10th position. And car 44 just got their penalty enlarged. They are now having a holding penalty. I don't know for what amount of laps. I guess
I think that as far as I can see, their penalty was upgraded to 1 lap holding penalty.
Okay, 1 lap holding penalty. But did they? No, it doesn't seem to me that they really, well, did what they were told to do.
No, as far as I could see, one of the managers or driver representatives from that team asked the administration if they could add a post-race penalty equaling stop or drive-through instead after the race. So looks like they decided to keep driving and not listen to the administration. So this is what happens.
No, I'm wondering because he completed a stop-and-go penalty, but I didn't see anyone of the administration team letting him go out of, letting him leave the pit lane again.
He was supposed to wait there until he was released by the administration, but clearly didn't understand the message.
Yeah. Unique stuff happening here. Unique stuff, I tell you.
Oh no, you had to say unique, did you?
I had.
Yeah, just give it some wedge and we're all good to go.
I can start with potatoes.
Yes, or the queen coming to slap them in the face.
Or that. Everything possible. And the insiders might know what we're talking about. So here is 44 in pits again, and now
yes, we probably should switch to Team Jack and Conquest are fighting for 7th position. Conquest right behind them. Not clear, not quite in the draft just yet.
Scuderia with Jack Sedgwick driving that car really made room to SR in front, and now a big bang.
Jack hits the wall.
I think that was clearly seeable on screen.
Yeah, he goes for the inside line here. Let's see if Jack gives him enough space. They both gave each other space, but there is contact, but they both survive.
Your definition of space and my definition of space must be different, because there was not even a piece of paper fitting in between those two cars.
That's racing. Let's see if Jack can do anything on Conquest here.
He's shown a strong pace all day, although not being able to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, they're looking really good actually. They're running really good. Looks like they and Conquest are on pretty much the same pit stop time here. Could you check that on the tracker?
Well, Conquest came into pits 10 minutes later than Scuderia and Jack, and so did. These 10
Jack
minutes
is
can be...
Yeah, Jack is a bit lighter on fuel then.
Yes, he is. Big sideways moment through that chicane. You can literally see those tires dying every corner he takes. And 44 may go back to racing again. Again a big sideways moment for Jack, and now he really lost momentum to the Conquest car in front of him. So Dashkowitz can really make room.
So as the field starts to spread out here again once again, so we could go through the current standings, Roland lines with Robin Friskops in the car in the lead, Sami Antonen from Sonic Realms in second, Genuine in third, Tiger Express running really good as best FXR in fourth, and Core fifth, Speedo sixth, Conquest seventh, and Team Jack eighth there, Pure running in ninth, Drunk 10th, and who is that Team 33? Isn't that Googlehoof?
Yeah, that's Googlehoof.
Alright, that name is really weird for me to say.
It's German, it is weird.
True. Vortex running in 12th, Core's second car in 13th, and Angry Angus in 14th, Wires 15th, and the Bulls in 16th, and Absolute Beginners 17th, World Crash League 18th. Oh no, that is absolutely
Tracker showing
not
me a different...
Yeah, that is absolutely wrong from me. We should have 3ID somewhere there as well.
Yeah, we had
11, there 12.
Yes. So, well, Tracker is really interesting too today.
Can blame it on the tracker guy. Here catching up with SR. They are a lap down though.
And they would have 2 hours left to get that lap back.
Close three-way fight here for 9th.
Especially with Googlehoof right at the back of it.
3 FXRs, Bus Wars.
Huge amounts of slipstream, but only that few possibilities to overtake. Welcome back.
I just became much fun there.
Yes, I saw you guys had some struggle with what, Crash League?
It was rather fun than struggle. At least for us.
Well, everybody's been complaining about him all day. That specific driver, I think, as well. And as I was watching him, and the first time I think it was because he decided to dive bomb 3 cars that were laps ahead of him, caused a crash, and I think it was Claudius Gasunas was trying to get past him again, and he just drove into him and drove him into a wall. So that was the first penalty, and the second one was Jan Lapford trying to lap him for Tiger Express, and he looked like he let him go cleanly, and then he dive bombed him at the end of the back straight and almost took them both out. So it's like, okay, no, I think you've got to get stopped by now. So it's fun and games.
At least it keeps you busy.
I'd rather be doing nothing. Silly safety cars. Why did this come out?
Yeah, what do you expect? Do you expect more safety cars to come out?
I hope not now. I think with 2 hours to go, hopefully not. SR's got some interesting damage though, guys, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been riding around with that for quite a while. That front right is pushed into the car quite a bit. Amazed that car still drives.
Reminds me of damage I got the other way around here.
By the way, did you actually... Yeah, you noticed the bug one of the teams got on the track?
No, why? What bug?
What car was it again?
Oh right, yes, Virus 35, yes, that was
exactly.
amazing. Happened twice as well.
Did it? I only saw one time.
Yeah, happened with Core as well.
It just got stuck in the ground, like for no reason, just got stuck and hit from behind.
He lifted in the air as well. That was strange. Oh, why is Chris Cash retired for Pure Motorsports? Oh well. Anyway, they've had a decent season. Hopefully see them again sometime. Anyway, yeah, it was it's really strange. It was like, I don't know, he sort of lifted up, didn't he? He sort of stopped in his tracks and lifted up and sort of almost levitated into Joni Tormla and Nicky Dakovic. It was strange. And then I was watching him a little bit later in the lap and in the slow chicane when he was trying to get back to the pits. The core car came past him, the core number 60 came past him, and he was on at least 3 car lengths to the right of him, and then all of a sudden they went flying through the air. So it was really weird. Maybe it was lag, but it was strange lag.
By the way, we were talking about 44, and some bird telling me that they made contact with that car, which the number 60 core car, and that was the reason why you guys on the stream saw it spun around.
Oh god. Again? When was this? How long ago was that?
This was moments ago.
Oh crikey, do I have to go and look at something else? Oh my goodness me. Okay, I'm being called things by Cookie Monster, so I'm gonna go for a second. BRB.
Have fun.
I shall. This sounds as though it's going to get my full attention yet again.
Alright. Thanks for your update. So as you see, not only we're entertained by some of the action on the track, others like the administration is also very entertained by it. Those 2 cars we're showing are those 2 which are the closest right now. That's the battle for 9th position between the 22 drunk car and the 33 Gugelupf car.
Yeah, seems like they dropped off, or did someone go in? No, that was Pure, yeah, and they retired.
Yeah, that was Pure which retired. And now it seems like Gugelupf is closing in.
have 3ID in the pits with Niki Dakovic. We have Tomek taking over the car here. And as far as I understood, they are at the moment the current overall winners, because they need better than 12.
Oh, yeah. Sounds logical to me. My 3ID had 28 points over Lowland Lions, and even 46 over Lowland Lions 2.
Which flipped earlier in the race. I do it. No, well, that incident wasn't as exciting as it sounded. So I'm back.
It was even more exciting.
Oh, it was ridiculously exciting.
Yeah.
Oh well, if things happen, it's racing. Nothing you can do.
Oh no, I'm not talking about your incident now, I'm talking about the incident I was supposed to look at today.
What was it? Nothing?
Yeah, it was the incident you were talking about broadcast, but it turned out to be less than we thought. But anyway, first cop's in. Final stop of the day, is it? No, two more. What am I talking about? One more stop after this.
Yeah, we have Matti Ventjärvi jumping in the car. Maybe I should say his last name correctly, Ventjärvi, not Jarvi. I tend to go all American when I'm here commentating with you guys.
No problem.
Or I can just blame that on Phil, like always.
I think that's the sound policy, blaming something on Phil. Mr. Lazy, who got out of his bed a few hours ago and then said, "Oh, I'm just going back to bed now, can't be bothered."
Well, you have to consider the fact that he's so fat, you know, just rolling out of bed for him it takes a huge effort, so it's no one.
He instantly needs another 5 hours sleep.
Yeah, and as Lowland Lions made their pit stop here, Sonic Realms takes the lead for now. With their tires, they are still gonna stay out on the track for quite a while.
I cannot believe that damage of those tires are holding up this well and they're able to go at this pace. Very odd.
Yeah, I have to agree, even though the damage is quite equal, but it's still, you have a wheel in a position where it's not supposed to be. It's pushed into towards the car, the middle of the car. It has to be handling really different. But maybe these guys can adjust to damage quite easy, so they do a few laps and they can go as fast as they did earlier.
I remember at South City 2009 MOE taking over a car from Mark Bumby that had worse damage than that, driving 2 hours on it, over 2 hours on it. Mark got angry, so started bouncing off walls. Oh, Daskovic, hello, that's a wall, that was almost a flip. For the Conquest car at turn 1 there, that'll let Jack Sedgwick catch up a little bit on him. Who hasn't rolled yet.
Surprise, surprise.
Very surprised.
Team Jack has been going pretty good today, actually.
Yeah, they haven't got involved with the Wicked Racing team earlier in the race, and I think they could have been on the lead, lapping up in a podium position. So now that really did set them back quite a lot.
So on the stream you should now be able to see the damage, especially to the right of the Sonic Realms car. That's this overlay flashing into the picture every few seconds.
That's a wall?
Yeah, that was a wall, and you could even see it on the stream if you watched closely how the damage meter enlarged in this, with this contact.
And we have Core in the pits repairing damage and changing tires. So they decided after driving around with huge damage for 2 or 3 hours to repair it.
Well, it's not like 2 or 3 hours do matter. At least this was how their decision to stay out felt like.
Yeah, also consider that if you know that you're gonna have to make a damage repair some point in the race, it might be better to do it earlier and not lose as much time when it comes to pace because of the damage. If you can keep up with the same pace as with a completely clean car, then I understand.
I'll say there's pretty much one car out there just now that still looks as it did at the start of the race. That's our net race leader at the moment, Lowland Lions, still with a nice clean car, keeping off the walls, not really under too much pressure at the moment, not being hit by flying virus cars that stop in here like 3ID and Puro Jedar, who look as though Phil Diaz got hungry and took a bite out of it. Oh, sorry, no, that of course that car's timed out, so of course, darn it, that doesn't make sense anymore. Darn it. But another thing I was going to say is it's been quite nice to see a core car sort of have a good consistent season and be up there in the top 5 in this championship. This season has been a nice little return to form with a few of their new drivers for core, have a lean spell in the last few years and rebuilt the team and had a good consistent run. I'm sure they'll be pretty good in Super GT as well.
Yeah, I mean, Super GT starting here tomorrow, first round.
I hope. I think you'll hope to get more luck in that tomorrow then, too.
Actually, I'm not here for the race tomorrow, so I won't.
Alright, you know.
So who's driving for you then?
As far as I know, it's in GT1 we have it's between Simon, Matti and Rudy, and I think we have Isaac and Mikko, GT2 or GT3, whatever. It's been quite hectic this past week, running 2 GT leagues this close to each other. It's not always you can't find the time to practice as much as you want and test when you have to run 2 different cars and combos all the time.
Yeah, we can blame Phil for that one again though, because that really is Phil's fault, because Phil and his schedule. But yeah, I can understand that, because it would sort of be a bit hard to practice for both and find time to perfect different setups.
Yes. Yeah, but as far as I know, the guys are looking forward to the race, so expecting to see them up there in both classes. Can't say any less. As we have 44 car in the pits.
User was moved to your channel.
Changing only 3 tires, for what reason I do not know.
But it's bizarre.
Yeah,
anyway.
Just to give you an impression out there, the average team has made 4 pit stops. This 44 team has now been to the pits for the 8th time.
Most of those penalties we're giving them, but we do actually have a new person, a new voice here. He's Ginger, he likes Finnish people, he's Isaac Price, and he didn't wreck with 3ID today, so congratulations for that.
I think you're actually incorrect. I did wreck with 3ID, just it wasn't my fault at any point.
You and poor old Tomek, you're definitely the Hamilton Massa pairing in LFS at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if you two come together at some point somehow in Super GT tomorrow, to be honest.
Well, pretty special if I'm in GT3 in the pit,
Yeah,
to be
but
honest.
I could just see it happening. Anyway, so you want to be back in the car, I take it, for the rest of the race, really? No. Got a sore head.
Yes.
But you thought you'd come and listen to me shouting at you.
Yes.
That's gonna
You're
make
brilliant
it
at
much better. How did your hour with the 3ID car chasing you go. How did you feel about that?
I was a bit nervous at first. Took a couple of laps to sort of get settled in, but it seemed to take Imol a bit longer to get settled in, so it wasn't too bad. Helped that XR is normally better at the start of a stint than at the end, and we seemed to have a really good set of low wings, so as long as I got a good exit, he couldn't ever do anything.
Why do you think that the XR was so quick here? I never fully understood why. It seems to be reasonably good here when it shouldn't really be, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, to an extent, it's like, because it's got lower power than a normal FZR, the traction isn't such a big advantage on the FZR side, and a turbo helps it get out the corners, but I think it's just a good set. It's fundamentally the same set that we use in GTL, but I've improved it a little bit, so that explains the sort of a little bit better pace that we've had from GTL. But yeah, I think the FZR sets are just a bit lacking. That's what I'd put it down to. I mean, Tomek has a lot of 3ID have a lot of wing on their car, so they lose quite a lot of time on the straights, and it's hard to make it all back in the corners. Our FZR had low wings as well before they rolled 200 meters into the race.
You're not slightly
Yeah,
surprised
so you
with that,
guys are in the...
Go for it. Go for it.
You guys are currently second, but SR is still to make a pit stop. How do you feel for the rest of the race? Are you guys pushing really hard still, or are you just maintaining the gap and making sure to get the win and then see how far it takes you?
I think we're not really pushing that hard. We know we have the pace to win it, and the only car that was able to match us on pace was, well, yeah, 3ID in Tomek's hands and our FZR car, and that rolled after, like, at the start of the race, so it would have been a straight fight between us and 3ID, but so there isn't really anyone who can challenge us on pace at the moment, so we're just sort of trying to keep our car clean so we don't have to do a damage repair, maintaining everything. That's all we can really do.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier, and Chris mentioned it, that actually the only car that hasn't repaired and looks the best, or I think there's a lot of cars that hasn't repaired, but the car that looks the best at the moment from the start is your XRR car. You pretty much, there's really not any damage to talk about compared to the other cars that are running, especially SR. I'm sorry about that. Especially SR that has 50% on both upper and lower on the front right, and we still can't understand how the car is still turning.
Well,
you guys did quite a good job on keeping the car clean, and was that one of your aims at before the race to just try and go fast and keep the car really clean?
yeah, especially for the guys who, like, at the start of the race, it's a lot, like, one of the main things with damage is that you can drive your own damage, but when you take over somebody else's damage, it's like, if you slowly put damage on the car, you don't notice it, but if you take over a lot of damage from having nothing before, it can throw you off quite a bit. So from our point of view, we've just tried to keep our car as clean as possible. I mean, it's South City, so you are going to touch walls now and then, but we haven't had massive hits. It's down to the fact that our drivers we've made sure that if we're losing concentration, we don't do a double stint. If we know what our limit is, we haven't had to push particularly hard at any point during the race. I mean, the only time we've really been under pressure was the first hour until I'm all timed out. So yeah, it's been a pretty straightforward race for us, but I think the reason other cars can get away with it is because they're actually mainly damaging their right side, and you can get away with it on that side, but if you get it on your left side, it's a lot worse, I think. because like if you have damage on your right side, it just lowers your camber for the right-handers, which isn't the end of the world. If you lose left side camber, it's going to hurt you a lot more.
Yes, that is very true. Looking at the standings, we have my 3ID in 11th place, which at the moment would secure their overall winner this season. I think your car lost a lot of points in the first race, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think
well,
like overall on the season, except that race, what do you feel about that?
Well, at that point I wasn't driving for LLL in GT2 World Series. I was driving for my own team with Mikko's now in LLL and Samsa, and yeah, that race went bad for us as well. We just didn't get on top of the set for that track. I don't know if it was, I think it was partly the XRR, but also that the SNL works, that they did a better job on the set, especially 3ID. They were quite a lot faster than any other team on the track, so yeah, that would, if we don't win the championship, it's that race that's cost us, and it shows what sort of strong level 3ID have been, that one bad race is enough to cost you the championship. I mean, yeah, this is the best race to have timed out in all season, but at the end of the day we haven't timed out, so I mean, yeah, they've had on that side worse luck than us.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that, there's still plenty of time to go. 1 hour and 38 minutes, so anything can still happen here, as we see Gaziunas timing out and Ivanov trying to join.
Ivanov tried to join, didn't succeed.
Genuine having some bad luck here after running pretty good. 3rd and 6th, if I remember correct. They are down. Yeah, there's only one genuine car left, and it's that. The other one timed out already, was it like half an hour ago?
Dom rejoined the race for them, and yeah, there's still 2 genuine cars on the track, I think. Just they're not running as good as they were early on. Dom was on the podium, did a pretty good job. Triple stint, hard to do here.
Yeah.
Props to him for that one.
As Gaziunas timed out from 3rd place, let's see where he ends up when the tracker updates, you know. My 3D is currently running in 10th, so looks like they will wrap this up.
'26 actually was in 3rd.
Yes. Yeah, wait, so Isaac, we had a quite interesting bug that happened to one of the cars. They got stuck in the ground entering the first left-hander after the first split. Completely got stuck in the ground and hit by the genuine car in the rear. Have you ever heard of that bug? Did you see the incident yourself?
Saw it on remote, yeah. I saw Nicky hit it as well. But yeah, I didn't realise that was what happened. What, they got stuck in the ground?
Yeah, for some reason they were driving like normal, and then from nowhere, bam, they just got stuck, completely stuck in the ground.
Sounds, I've never heard
or
that one
Chris,
before.
they were hovering a bit over the ground as well for a while.
I've never heard that one before. I mean, I don't know if that's... Like, yeah, it's a weird one.
It's not like LFS had changed lately.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, LFS has got its bugs, but I didn't realise, like, most of them you can drive around, like the curbs, stuff like that.
Body curbs, body barriers.
But that sounds like a really weird one. I don't know. But at least they didn't end their race, but obviously sucks.
Yeah, I'm trying to look around here on the track. There is no real fights going on at the moment. Seems so fairly spread out again. best running FXR in third. Tiger Express. Looking good for them.
Yeah,
Their genuine time out there. Might we have them on the podium today? Still a lot of time to go.
What's going to be interesting, the 33 Google Up car. They are currently scored in 4th position, and they didn't come to pit for the last 1 hour 20 minutes. So they really want to go through the rest of the race with just 1 pit stop.
You say they've been out for 1.5 hours already?
No, for 1 hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, looking at the tires, they look pretty good. I'd say they might actually make it one more stop only. You could probably go another 15 minutes on those tires easy.
From what I can see on the track, they're 5th behind Gen R2.
I guess it hadn't updated yet, or they might be. There's no way they can be behind even with that time, or in front with the timeout.
What do you think Sonic Realms is going to do? They've got 1 hour on this set of tires already, and there's still 1 hour 30 left.
I don't think they can. I think sort of close to the limit is going to be 1 hour 16 on a set of tyres, so if they really put a massive effort in, then maybe it'd be possible, but with that damage, I don't know how that affects their tyre wear. I mean, okay, lower camber will, I guess it's lowered their camber on their right side. Yeah, okay, that would help them.
And he actually popped his front left, going on start finish, just passing the pit entry, and his tires pop. So he's gonna drive around the whole lap now with a front left puncture.
Hopefully he knows about it. He's not just gonna appear in turn 1
I
with
think
no
he knows.
tires.
Wow, he's taking it quite easy. Yeah, he must know it now.
He knows it, yeah. That was the most unfortunate moment to get a popping tire.
Yeah, well that ends their chance of being, well, she got quite a big gap. They might still get 3rd, I don't know.
Riegler rushes into the server while his teammate tries to get this car halfway in one piece around this track.
Hopefully his clutch doesn't start to drag because he's got to go at slower speeds or slower RPMs to save that sort of tyre. Should still come out in second, I think. His Tiger Express are
entering the last turn
yeah,
right now.
75 seconds behind.
Depends if they need to do damage repair or not, because they already had quite a lot of damage, so...
Well, this is gonna be quite interesting actually. I think Lone Alliance has this in the bag now with start having these troubles. So it's gonna be a fight for second for the rest.
Don't say it too early.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's never over, so don't say that, like...
Especially you, as you're now sitting in the commentary booth.
Yeah, well, I timed out at BL 11 when I was leading, so if anybody knows what it's like to lose the lead of a race through something out of your control, it's me. So
Not changing
not over
damage.
until I don't get that. I mean, their pace is pretty decent though, but I don't understand how.
Okay, let's see how long a time ago did Tiger Express make their pit stop? Quite recently, looking at their tires.
They were in like a few minutes ago.
Yeah, so they will most likely stretch that 1.5 hour in pit stop from here. I would say 1 hour 15 on
I also think it. That's it. That is now the downside of the gamble they took going into the pit lane very early during that caution. Absolute beginners in pit lane. Lochtenberg. Getting out of the pit lane, doing a double stint.
And we actually have a fight for, let's see, who is that? Conquest and 3ID, the two Polish drivers, Piotr and Tomek here. Side by side, Piotr goes for defensive line. I think he's gonna get past before the turn though, yes he is.
That looked easy.
That was for P7. So 3ID working the way back through the field here.
I believe that my 3ID wanted to have an easier win to the championship. Having to fight back from being from timing out.
We actually have, further back in the field, we actually have a position fight here between Wires and Angry Angus, I think, and James Peace. He's right behind Gaxi. How do you pronounce that? I have no idea. Gaxi. cars takes the position. Quite easy, I have to say.
I've been a bit late on that, but I guess you've been guided through that action well by Radio Timu. So the Black Bulls are fighting with the angry Angus. Angry Angus, which are having the Canadian flag on their car, although currently with Gashki, Gashsi, however this name is pronounced, there is an Hungarian driving that car. It's pretty important for Black Bulls to get around them, because they are one lap down to that very car, and that are their next opponents. So if they want to get that position 17, they really need to get around the angry drivers there. And here we see how Riegler got overtaken by Kistner. It is not for racing position, but for track position only. Behind them there is Virus.
disconnected from your channel.
Look at this battle between Pavars and Engel for third position. Whoa, Engel up the inside! That's an interesting place to try to overtake, and Dom Engel makes a mistake. That was confusing.
Surprising.
Very surprising. And kudos to Pavars for giving Dom the room there when he came to the inside. I think Dom Engel's angry today, considering he's on his 4th hour. Thanks to Thomas' timeout.
He knows he needs to pass him then if he wants to have a chance, because they're going to go longer. So they have a chance of getting the podium if they can just drive as fast as possible the rest of the race. But it's unusual for Dom to be smooth through traffic.
Very unusual. Normally crashes off on formation laps. He's done pretty well today as Dom Engel. I mean, he's only getting faster in this stint as well, considering he's been in the car most of the afternoon. And he was last after the first corner incident that claimed Lone Lions FZR. So, and he was up 3rd in 3 hours, so good job from Dominic Engel.
Yeah, I was really impressed with his triple stint actually. I mean, he didn't have massive pace, but South City's hard to drive a triple stint on. I wouldn't want to do it. The reason I didn't drive a double stint was because I was tired after my first stint. Well, not tired, but didn't feel like I should drive another hour. But you do find rhythm, so I guess he's found it, and that's why he's doing so good.
I guess after the race, you really need to separate Dom from that car under medical help.
So, something strange just happened. Guys, press H and see if you can understand what has just happened, because I can't. Let's do a double takeover. Can you do double takeovers?
Oh, I see what you mean.
You probably can, but I don't see why, unless he accidentally hit the T or something stupid, but I think that's going to be an LFS bug rather than user error.
Well, I'm noticing on tracker as well they've dropped down from 5th to 11th, so...
Is it actually... Who is actually driving? Is it just
It's Connor.
So, it is telling the truth.
Yes.
The messages.
Not being picked up by the tracker, which is strange. I'll go see if we can fix that.
I know that Kurtz just joined a few minutes ago, so he was supposed to take over.
So that is a bug. It's going to be the second bug of today that I've not seen before.
What a buggy day. In Germany there's a ladybug plague. Here we have to fight with technical bugs. Bugs everywhere. And Kurtz left the server. I would like to have the pit time, how long he was in pit lane. Maybe he just joined, then experienced a technical issue. For example, he couldn't use his steering wheel, and because his teammate was still in the server, he's quickly changed back. So maybe it's not a bug, but I can't tell. Or is anyone keen to let me search a replay? No answer is also an answer.
What did I miss? I had to take a short break. Did I miss anything?
Well, I was asking whether I should look in the replay what happened there with the Austrian car. That was the only thing you missed. Yeah, because I had the thesis that maybe Kurtz had some technical issues, and because his teammate was still in the server, he simply changed back before moving.
Surely that's easy to check on the track in that short. See what driver.
Stop taking him down in the tracker, I think. That's what CSF said.
They made that double in the pits while he was still on the server. Lap 168, 169 he went into the 168 he went into the pits, and 169 was still the same driver.
Still, it's not really uncovered whether it was a genius move by the drivers or whether it was a bug.
Seen that before.
I mean, currently there's not much racing on track, a part of a battle between Virus and Virus 2.
Well, I guess then one of them's going to time out anyway. So.
That was a statement. There's a question from the viewers. How many % are you allowed to drive here? That 70 or 75%. I mean, in such a long distance, it really makes a difference.
Oh, we actually had something going on here. 3ID spun core. Second core car. Not completely, but pushed inside.
That sounds like comic. Oh, Ben is already pretty frustrated with how the race has gone, so he's probably not the person I would be an arse to. especially seeing as he used to be his team manager. He looks like he's actually got something wrong with him now. Has he got a puncture or something? Looks like he's going quite slow.
Yes, that's right. Ben has a puncture.
Was that caused by Tomac? I'm not on the service, I can't see.
I could give it quickly. As Johnny Thorman joins the server to take over from Dom, I guess.
Yeah, and they've got quite an interesting problem at the moment because they're racing PM for third, and obviously they've got more pace than them because they've already timed out in this race and they're still battling with them. But with an hour and 8 minutes to go, it's going to be quite hard. I mean, they probably can't make the tyres last that long. So they've either got to go really slow through heat peak, or they've got to push really hard and try and make up time. Knowing Yoni, it's probably better if he doesn't try and make his tyres last too long. But 14 laps into Nemoi. Let's not go into that.
Yeah, that's in the past, we'll forget about that. To see some action here in the end.
So there is the Virus battle. Virus 2 in front of Virus 1. I'd be interested in whether those two are on the same setup, because they are in the same team.
I would say probably same base, but adapted for the drivers in each team.
Green versus blue onto the main straight.
So what do we think about the fight for second here? Sonic Realms will probably most likely do another pit stop, don't you think? While Tiger Express also has to do one.
I think SR got that, to be honest. Unless they get more damage or have a puncture, I think. Actually no, they get, yeah.
The gap is like 17, 18 seconds.
There's no pressure on them to try and extend their stint. So I think the more interesting one is between Yoni and Favaz, for Gen R and TM. It's a big gap to make up, but we saw in GTL how fast Johnny can be here, so if he has the right mindset for it, who knows. I mean, TM's last lap this race is a 36.1, and our average in our car, everybody is below that in our average lap time, so Johnny's not slow as a driver, so I'm sure if he gets his mind down and gets on with it, he can catch that.
Yeah, looking at the tracker, the gap is 37 seconds. It's quite a gap to make up in 1 hour. What I can see, the battle for 50s getting closer here with Team Jack closing in on Conquest here. Pretty equal on tires. You're going half a second faster only on that one lap. So it looks like he's closing the gap in here. We might see a fight in a few laps.
That he can drive, he proved this season already. Winning Ellis's kart.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's a really fast guy and easy closes gap. Looking
One of those guys where you really
equal damage as well. So it's gonna come down to the driver pretty much.
Yeah, he was one of those drivers where you really could see the progress over the years. When he started to get into the bigger cars, it was not always funny and good to see him driving, but now he's a pretty fast driver, pretty consistent driver.
I think he's always, sorry to butt in, I think he's always been really fast, especially in BF1, but he hasn't always had the sets and the knowledge to sort of back it up, whereas with the experience he sort of picked it up, whereas you have some drivers who have sort of got lucky. Like, he's been around a long time, but some of the drivers that have sort of been around less time but jumped ahead of him, as it were, that, like me for example, sort of got gifted the sort of chance to have top sets, etc. But I think since he joined SR, he sort of picked up good sets from that and has carried that forward. And he's definitely good. I raced him a bit in iRacing at the Star Mazda as well, me, him and Simon, and we were all really close on pace, so yeah, he's definitely one of the fastest drivers in LFS at the moment. Maybe not so much in GTR, but single seaters. Lacks maturity sometimes, but he's a good guy.
Well, but some people really get more and more mature the longer they are doing a certain thing, like racing.
we watching this fight here for 5th?
Yeah, they're very close together. Jarl showing himself in the opponent's mirror, in Goik's mirror.
Sorry to button again, but it's 7th, not 5th and 6th, because Tom X ahead of them, but he's timed out. So on the tracker, they're further down than they are in LFS. It's for 7th and 8th, apparently. Because in
Still a good
LFS,
fight.
Tom X and Yoni are timed out. But yeah. Surprised that Jarl's able to catch them so easily. I mean, on fastest laps, does it suggest that he should be able to?
But what you've seen here is that Goik made a mistake and bumped the inside wall.
Goes for a defensive line there. Or trying to take the outside and see if he can make it stick here.
He's the oh! And I don't think that there actually was contact. They were so on the edge that well, that Goik simply spun there a bit out of that corner. Anyways, Jaltine takes the position for Scuderia Ficha del Nord. Whatever this means.
Team jam. Oh, and we have a fight for 3rd here as well, I think, according to the tracker between Yoni and Egon, both in XR. According to the... Oh, we have a fight for 4th, I mean. Between these two guys.
With 55 minutes to go, we've got some battles coming up again. Now they are side by side.
Johnny should let him go though at different points of the stint, but he's probably going to be pretty angry because Egon hit him on entry to that corner, which is why he got run.
Well, you know Yoni, he's not gonna give this up.
Definitely not.
We made contact with him. I don't know what happened there, I don't know if Egon moved across or whether Yoni misjudged it.
Maybe it was tap. Hey! What you can do, I can do as well.
Well, it cost him any chance of getting the position, but I think he was always going to lose that one. You can't really do anything if you're on the outside of somebody at that corner. Unless you really go balls out, but when they're at different points of the stint, there's not much use in that.
We'll be joined here by our marathon driver in a few bits. Dominic Engel for an interview coming into our booth.
was moved to your channel.
And here he is. Welcome, Dominic.
Hello.
Was a busy day for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, busier than I thought it would be. Quite chaotic as well. Certainly not how I planned it to be at the start most of all, and yeah, the timeout doesn't seem the luck is with it really.
Well, you always intended to do the triple stint at the start though, didn't you? I think. From
Yeah,
what I
the
gathered.
triple stint at the start, that was planned, but the massive crash and my screen going back and me not knowing where to go, that wasn't planned, no. And then dropping down to last, yeah.
And now you're in a good fight with Conquest Racing. Well, you've seen a lot on the track. Any comments on some stuff you've seen or experienced?
I've had, well, a few moments while lapping people, when they thought it would be a brilliant idea to just swerve across the track right before braking there. Yeah, a few moments in turn 1 where I was close to hitting the wall, getting massive damage, but generally I've had a pretty clean run.
What are you expecting the outcome of your race to be? I mean, you saw Egon just pass Yoni, but they're in different points of their stints, and I know that you were battling with TEM, your ex-team, at some point as well, so like, it's hard to follow exactly where you're at. I know that before Yoni got in the car he was looking more at TEM than what was behind him. Are you still thinking about third place, or is the pace not good enough?
The pace isn't the problem, the fuel isn't the problem, but the tyres are the problem. The set's meant to go 1 hour. I thought it was a miracle it lasted 1 hour and 5 minutes. I didn't actually do a stint before a race at all, and yeah, we've got the fuel to go to the end, but I'm not sure if the tyres will make it. So yeah, it's either third if it works or fourth if it doesn't.
So you're not worried about Egon in the long term then? You just passed you before?
No, not really. I'm not sure what I'm worried about anymore. I'm just like really scared and horrid and paranoid. I just want that left front tyre to last, and the right front tyre, and both the rear tyres.
Is anyone else able to update the tracker? Seems for me like we have a tracker fail again.
Yeah,
Well,
looks like it's stuck.
It's stuck for 5 minutes.
Boothie, the tracker is stuck.
I don't think that you really need to tell him. I think he knows already.
No, I'm even more scared because I'm really worried about going over 75% since I've done like over 4 hours.
I think it'll be okay, looking at it now. You're only on 81% now.
Tracker's back.
Yeah, you're on 80% now.
Okay.
I think you'll
fine
just be
on that.
about right.
Yeah, not going to plan, but I don't know, it's probably one of the best runs I've had in a race for quite a while, so I can't really complain personally. It's just a bit meh that it went like it went with the timeout and so on.
Yeah, it's safe to say that this has not been Yanni's season. I mean, we all saw back in SR that when he was in SR, that he had the potential to be one of the fastest drivers in RFS, and it hasn't quite clicked at Gen R yet. I mean, he had a great run at Westall Reverse, but his teammate had bad luck with
pop-ups.
Yeah, pop-up. And yeah.
Ooh, just as we speak, actually, about Yanni, he made a pass on Tiger Express there.
Well, that looks... yeah, Tiger Express just pitted, though, I guess.
Yeah, they just came out of pits.
I think they have to run pretty short stints. I haven't seen them run a really long stint all race.
Tiger Express was one of the cars.
Yeah, they are.
Early in the...
Vars pitted on.
They pitted on the safety car there at the start.
Longest stint they've done all race is 40, and yeah, I think it was actually the right decision to pit under safety car. I was saying on TeamSpeak that maybe we should have pitted, but we didn't. It didn't obviously cost us at the end of the day, but they've obviously seemed to have gained from it. They've been around a long time and know that's one of their strengths. It's good tactical decisions, and they all seem to be fairly evenly matched on pace as well. Even though if I was Jan and Radsep, I wouldn't be particularly impressed that I'm being beaten by a keyboarder, but probably the best keyboarder in RFS, without a doubt. So
one of the few who can actually drive the car. As far as I know, one of two I can think of who had a world record once, yeah.
Quite a lot have had world records. I remember quite a few. Nico had a world record keyboard as well. It's more what he drives with keyboard that's impressive. Like, he's good in XRT, FZ5, RAC, and not bad in GTRs now either. You know, UF1 cars like that, it's not as big a disadvantage, but in cars like this...
Yeah, in cars like Fox, that like just change direction really quickly and are really light. That's really hard to drive those with keyboard.
I mean, I struggle to drive RAC with a pedal and nice axes on a 150 quid wheel, and he drives like a £5 keyboard, if that. I could be really wrong at the price of keyboards. I don't know how much a keyboard costs, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, so yeah, it's really impressive. I don't know why he hasn't thought to get a wheel, because he drives quite a lot, so I'd have thought a wheel would be more fun, but he does what he does, I guess. I know Jan used to drive with a mouse for quite a long time, didn't he? I think he still does.
I think he's using mouse with pedals,
yeah.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he still does. He did quite a while ago, but I'm not sure if that's still the case. I'm quite surprised how much damage some of the cars have when I'm looking through all of them. Especially like the SR cars, absolutely no left front suspension left. Were wrong, right front suspension left.
Yeah, that's been one of the stories of this race, is that how actually the damage hasn't seemed to have made too much difference.
I think I drove with 1/3 right rear damage and quarter right front damage for a good 2.5 hours.
Have you had to make it down? Well, I know obviously you timed out, so I guess you probably haven't. But if you actually had to make a damage repair at any point?
We did repair it actually.
Well, I think we're one of the only cars that has got barely any damage on the car and hasn't done a damage repair all race.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's not surprising either. 6 hours at a track like this, you're gonna have damage. There's no way you won't, unless you're the safety car, maybe. Just cruise around.
I don't know. Cars managed to hit Timu when he rolled, like when they were going round. So I disagree. I think it's possible to hit the safety car if you're one of those drivers who managed to hit an upside down car that you'd been warned about. I think somebody hit one of the rescue cars earlier as well when they were sitting next to a rolled car.
It's all happened in the past already. Nothing new.
Well, did you hear? Apparently there was like some glitch earlier in the race, and Yoni hit him, didn't he? Somebody got stuck in.
Yes, I heard that. I don't know who it was, but apparently that car company spazzed out and went like off the ground, and Johnny and I think 3ID crashed into it.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, was that one of the Wires cars, if I remember correct.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm interested to know what Yoni's reaction would have been to that.
I can't tell you because
got, like, your team monotone in that car today. Probably.
Yeah, but I can't tell you what his reaction was. I was at dinner at the time.
Lucky you didn't time out when that happened, because you haven't got anybody else even on the confirmation post.
I kind of noticed that, and I was really worried this morning that there might be a timeout, but
Why haven't you got anybody else on there? I mean, it's like normal. Like, I know in LL, even if somebody's not going to drive, we still confirm as many people as we can, so in case something does happen, we've got as many alternatives as possible, if you know what I mean. Like, a couple of races where I think the only real exception to that is we haven't put Miko on the confirmation this round, even though he's been here the whole race. But we had 3 people, no we didn't have 3 on left start, but yeah.
Well, I know the SLR team only had 2 drivers because Fishy didn't have time to practice and only came home from work really late, so he said he wouldn't drive because, yeah, he just couldn't train enough for it. And Robin hasn't been here yesterday and the day before yesterday, so I'm not sure if he would have had much time to practice for 2 leagues because he's driving Super GT tomorrow with me, so yeah, it was just 2 drivers for both cars.
It's better than nothing though if you do need to have somebody drive, but I guess at the end of the day, you don't, I mean, like, most of the time it doesn't matter, so it's easy to sort of overlook it. Are there any good battles at the moment?
No, most of the cars are separated by at least 5 seconds.
Yeah, the thing closest I can see on the tracker is 3ID, Team Jack and January. 6 seconds apart to the tracker.
Somehow
that's probably not correct.
On my tracker there are 46 seconds apart.
You see? A lot of tracker stuff. Tiger Express 5 seconds behind January now. Or is that wrong as well? Yes, it is.
Not quite sure now.
Well, one of the closer battles will be what Scuderia feature Del Nor will do, with Genu Racing 3.8 seconds apart.
And WCL decide to show their immense talent again there by almost crashing in front of Jarl Tyre, as I was just happening to be flicking through the cars.
He's not going to hurt him from that distance now, so I guess he'll be fine for the next few laps until he laps him again.
Yeah. World Crash League in the last place of the running cars, at least, with 12 laps down. The next car in front of them is 6 laps ahead.
That is quite a gap.
And they've been to pit lane 10 times today. So that are actually some numbers.
Yeah, that could probably be part of the reason why they're last 6 laps behind second to last place. I think they also had a few stop goes or something, I don't know.
Yeah, they've had as many penalties as the rest of the field together.
It's sad it's only 20 cars today, or 20 cars left by now, 35 minutes from the end of the race.
I haven't really noticed it though, to be fair.
I haven't really noticed it either. I had plenty of traffic.
There's a lot of viewers on the stream, I think. So, yeah, I think it's just Super GT sort of stolen its thunder a little bit. I still don't agree with the decision to have that race this weekend as well. I mean,
wasn't it originally meant to be today or something?
yeah, it was, but it's just a bit silly, really. I mean, we had the last couple of weeks with nothing really. I mean, there was Cornice's league,
quiet after 16
XLT,
hours.
but in terms of
Realistic
GTR racing,
NASCAR and OWRL, nothing endurance like. Well, it's not really endurance Super GT, but GTR long-ish race.
still the same principle, really. It's not anything massively groundbreaking, I don't think. I mean, the racing format and the format will be interesting, but I think it'll be more interesting at rounds that aren't AS5, because AS5 you
Wide and open.
well, it's not just that, it's the fact that the tyre, like in GT3 for example, it just gets faster and faster and faster as you drive, so you probably are going to go quite almost as far as you can on the tyres. But yeah, I think other rounds there will be more variation in strategy, maybe like BL&R. If I remember right, he peaked actually quite hard there, but I was a nub when I tried to make a step of that.
For example, but that's I think like the second to last round in that season.
Yeah. And as well, I think in GT1 there's going to be a couple of rounds where you can, like, because quite a lot of the teams are taking FZR for that, and there'll be a trade-off between using R3, R3 and having less of a heat peak so you can go faster for that point, or R2, R3 and being faster at the end, but maybe slower through heat peak. I mean, we saw it in MOE between Sirius and Inex that quite often they took a different choice and ended up quite close to each other at the end of it.
On a hill.
Luckily, I think Skippy probably is not watching this stream, so I'll probably get away with saying that. I'm sure he'd rage about how he had the superior strategy and without bad luck and it being racing, they would have won.
Quite a lot of bad luck, let's be honest. But
they did,
yeah.
But they also quite like FE4 they costed themselves, but we won't go into that. It's a different argument.
Yeah, I can't see any Hey Ginger on the chat, so I don't think he's there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's there.
Yeah, I'm sure I'd be having rage on MSN already if he's... I'm sure somebody will be telling him though, so it'll happen any moment now, but still.
Oh, Virus 36. That's a bit of a spin and a bit of a red clutch out of the last corner. Looking through the cars, going for a pit stop. He will have massive difficulties even driving with that clutch.
Well, we've got about 30 minutes to go. We'll give you a final rundown before we do the rest of the race. So, with 198 laps in the books, Lowland Lions are leading in front of Sonic Realms, Genu Racing 2, Tiger Express Motorsports. 5th are Speedo Racing, 6th My3ID, 7th Genu Racing, 8th Conquest, 9th Scuderia, 10th Core, 11th Drunk Team 2, 12th Googloop, 13th Vortex, 14th Virus, 15th Core, 16th Virus 2, 17th Angry Angus Racing, 18th Absolute Beginners, 19th Black Bull Racing, 20th World Crash League. Out of the race are Pure Motorsports, the Reality Racing Team, Wicked Racing Team, Wicked Racing Team 2, and Lowland Lions 2. And so we've got 29 minutes and 30 seconds left of this inaugural GT2 World Series season.
May magically with all teams so that they don't get punctures, because quite a few people probably either have to make pit stops or will be really close towards the end of the race.
Yeah, looking at the tracker again, the closest fight seems to be between P6 and P9. There's only like 12 seconds between 4 cars there, so anything can happen in that battle. That's between 3ID, Genuine, Conquest and Team Jack. So it's a good area.
I'm not allowed to say their real name, am I? Like what it actually means without being kicked from this commentary box. Well, I'll just won't do it actually.
Yeah, it's not past midnight yet, you can't say dirty stuff just yet.
Well, it is past midnight in some countries.
Well, also this stream is hosted in Germany. So
this is censorship.
well, it's not, because here is no censorship. The other question would be if they let me to upload this video then to YouTube. And that would be on another page of the history books.
It's easy to edit in some beeping sound.
YouTube's not been very kind here. It's blocking more and more videos, especially because of music. So, nah, I think that like a video I tried to watch yesterday, then it was blocked, and it wasn't blocked like 2 weeks ago.
I mean, there are some loopholes in the YouTube system, so there's always a method to get something into it. So finally, looking from the back of what is Conquest Racing's car, you see something red, some red dot in the back appearing with some seconds delay. That actually is the Alpine in this Scuderia car, or Team Jack car, or however.
They're pretty evenly matched now.
Yeah, like, I think Jarl passed him, but through the pit stops, Conquest pitted 6 minutes later, so they've managed to re-jump that little battle. Yeah.
Also, Arx at the moment is in the middle of heat peak, so it's probably costing her a few tenths as well.
Do you think that my 3ID will make 8.2 seconds in the that's the gap between them and SPDO? Do you think they will make it in the remaining 24 minutes?
Most likely not, since they are suffering from engine damage, so I very much doubt that.
Yeah, looking at Imol drive, he looks like he's sort of well, he's still pushing really hard, but he's making mistakes and sliding the car around a lot, and like there, as I speak, he fails. But yeah, it looks like Imol's interesting driving style is costing them. I mean, no doubt about it, he's probably the most talented racer who tries to do GTRs at the moment. I don't think anybody will take that away from him. His quality pace is insane. But I don't know whether he doesn't listen or whether
He's not being very kind to the engine.
Yeah, obviously for people who aren't actually watching him drive, you won't know. But I know that like nobody in LL even pushes their engine that hard on downshifts. I'm probably one of the harder ones, and every downshift he does, he's going into his rev limiter quite a lot, and it's damaging his engine, and he doesn't seem to I saw him do it before qualifying, and I thought maybe it was just a thing for qualifying to gain that extra half a tenth, you know, but for whatever reason he's still doing it in the race, and it's not helping him. And they've got quite a lot of damage on their car as well, and they've got a red clutch, and he's just flat shifting. So, and his pace is not that impressive, really. I don't think.
Only 220 down the straight as well. Should be going a few kph quicker even as that are.
Yeah, they're using high wings. Definitely, I noticed that when they were behind me. But yeah, they've got engine damage, and it's Tomek who's caused that by the way he's driving.
Yeah, we actually noticed that already pretty early in the race as well, that there were a lot of, especially FZR teams, using really high wings that couldn't even keep up with some of the FXRs on the straight, even though they were pretty much in the draft. They couldn't even get in the draft and pass a FXR properly on the straight. They just didn't have any top speed whatsoever, and this was only a couple hours into the race, so a lot of teams using high wings here.
Yeah, well, on the set we had originally for the FZR, we had quite high wings, but we saw that our XR was running faster than FZR, which is wrong, and sort of looked for reasons why, and it was speed on the straight was quite different. FZR here seems to be quite slow. Like KY32, I was faster on straights than our XR car when I was in FZR, and I have the same, or pretty much the same wings on XR here as I did there. I don't know if I should be saying this, but yeah, I have pretty much the same sort of wings, and FZR has lower wings here and is running slower on straights. So obviously there it was the tyre pressures that made it so fast on straights. But
maybe it's just a few people being going safe just to be able to do maybe a full stop strategy, since the downforce helps the tyre wear.
yeah, in FZR that's possible. I think our FZR was planning to do it. In XR it's not really possible because it gets more understeery as you go through a stint, so it doesn't suit R2, R3.
Yeah, we tried it with higher wings as well, with more oversteer and higher wings, and it's still, well, it held the car's pace and it was better than heat peak, but there's just no way that XR can do 1 hour 12 minutes on a set of tires here. Not on R2, R3.
Seems, by the way, guys, something interesting has happened to Jarl Tyen in Scuderia Fica the Nord, because he's got some interesting tyres all of a sudden. He's dropped off the back of Conquest. Wonder what's happened there.
Ooh, he's honking his horn as well.
His 9-cat horn, to be exact.
Oh, it's not 9-cat for me because I haven't got that one. What's he done?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
The
Looks
car
like
behind
he's
is
careered
that
into a
left
wall. Looks like he's
Yeah,
careered
but
into a wall.
I
Very
first
high
noticed he
speed.
vanished from the back of the Conquest car at turn 1, so I'm
He's got a
wondering...
lot of damage.
I'm
He
wondering
didn't have that
if
much
he's,
damage when I looked at him a second ago.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he smacked the wall on the exit turn 1,
It looks like he's got.
2.
It looks like he's picked up damage on both sides. It's like he's.
Yeah, the
hit a
other side was
car and
Jack.
then- Huh?
The other side was apparently Jack.
But I'm sure I looked at him drive a second ago. He didn't have that much. But
Something like-
what was he doing? He had a little think about trying to put an FXR in the wall there. I think I did a very ooh, and he just about managed to avoid contact there, but not sure whether that was good driving or bad driving there.
Both.
Yeah, I'm loading up the replay here to see what it did.
A corner he just saved it. It's also a very hard corner if you're in someone's draft or braking too late. Can be pretty tricky to save it there. Plus the FXRs and XRs can have a nice two-wheel two-wheeling action there.
Oh, you're right, Seawood, they've made contact. So what they're doing... Oh, they're still making contact. They're spinning. They're spinning. They're both spinning. Still spinning. Oh, that was an interesting incident. It appears they've crashed twice. Once on the pit straight and once on the run down to turn 2.
Is that with the FXR?
Yeah, the FXR should also have some pretty horrible looking tyres.
User left your channel.
Mm. 16 minutes left.
User joined your channel.
Kind of praying at the moment the tyres on the Gen R2 car will last, but...
Are you still staring at it, Dom?
Yes, I am. I am very much staring at that left front tyre.
Ooh, yeah, I think I'll make it, surely. Surely that'll make it.
Yeah, just like last time in GTR, innit? You trolled me.
You on the stream can maybe
To be fair,
guess what we are talking about, showing you the graphics.
yeah. Well, the incident they're talking about is that when we were sort of not exactly, well, me and Dom were teammates, but CSF did a lot with SR as well. Back in those days, we sort of both tricked Dom into thinking I had a puncture on my last lap of the race, which was quite fun.
The worst part of it, I was looking at your car and at the F9 menu and I still fell for it.
You are German, though, wouldn't it?
Some of my favourite old moments include West Hill this year in GT2 World Series, where we were driving together and I said, Dom, coming in this lap, and then I said, Dom, I've forgotten to pit. And then, Dom, I've got a puncture, and Dom believed me on both occasions. That was very funny. Dom is quite gullible when it comes to that.
I think when it comes to racing, his brain cells just die. He gets so like excited. His brain cells just die.
And there was another one, wasn't there, Dom, just before you came in the commentary box, where I said, because he said he was staring at Yachty so much, so I said, I'll stare while you go in the commentary box. And I said, oh, he's timed out. Dom flicked back to LFS in a panic.
Well, he did actually time out at some point, so it's not...
He did time out, so that's probably like the reason to do it, innit? Not like back in the day when Isaac timed out and he just lagged from the chicane at FE4 and was like mid-air and timed out. It looked really deliberate.
We have got a battle coming up.
Yay!
The 30 core car against the Scuderia car.
Say again, Timo?
The core car.
Timo, not the tracker.
The tracker.
Yeah, the tracker's working for me at least, anyway. Has been a bit
Only
funny.
two.
Alex is definitely now having handling problems. The right front's heating more on the outside on the middle now, and he just hit the wall, and again.
They have actually protested what happened with the 33 car. So that'll be something for me to look at probably after the
Side
race.
by side, up
Not
there.
going to change anything with this battle.
Actually, I'll go and... Oh, that'll be interesting if you try to go down there. By the way, Dom, you made a nice move on Tiger Express into this corner.
They kind of let me by. They kind of let me by. I was more surprised that they actually ran so wide. I don't know.
But I'm going to go and discuss this protest with my administration team that has been depleted so much it's now just a half-arsed Michael Booth. So, here you go.
Ooh, but now it looks like Alex has pulled away quite a lot in the last couple of corners. His tyres seem to have cooled down quite a bit. Actually looked quite nice in the middle of them. Except for his left front. Left front, I would not want
And
his
his
left
right front.
Yeah, well, and that.
Basically, both the tyres that are making the car go into different directions are weird. Could be a problem. Certainly, ooh, that was very close to the wall in turn 1. Certainly struggling with getting it, I think, more out of the corners than into the corners.
I think he's just pushing a bit too hard, to be honest. I'm not sure how much of it's either that or he's had to. I mean, you've got arbs, so it is possible that the car struggles on entry, but he's changed his arbs so it can get into corners still. But it's hard on exit. But I think it's going to be. He's pushing quite hard, but his pace is actually. It's been bad the last couple of laps, but it looks like he's. Yeah, he's just making mistakes rather than anything else. His left front is heating up a lot, even though he doesn't do anything to make it do it. So. I mean, Sunninen, I think that's how you say his surname. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's one of the more up-and-coming drivers in LFS at the moment. I mean, he's partly on a Red Bull driving scheme in real life, and yeah, he's recently joined Core, and he was very fast in the 60-hour race, and he got a lot of praise from the guys he was around in that race. I think even Seb praised him, and for anybody who doesn't know, Sebastian Hutchinson does not give out compliments ever,
to
really,
anyone,
to be honest.
ever.
I think he's probably got one of the biggest egos in RFS. But that's besides the point. Yeah,
I could say a nice quote from him from not long ago, but I don't think this fits in here.
Oh, and Alex has made a mistake, and Sunninen is very close behind him. Oh, he goes up dive. Oh,
That's not
contact.
gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, the karting experience comes in hand, or experience, but
I guess it's just one of those moves where he sensed he had a half chance, and that would be the best chance he'd get, so he tried it. But to be fair to him, he gave himself he gave himself enough get-out room not to spin him. So at the end of the day, he could have done it. He could have pushed Alex into the wall as well. So. But Alex is really struggling.
Definitely feeling the pressure here. The car is going sideways.
No exit.
Sunninen made Alex made a mistake, and Sunninen sensed his opportunity, but got a bit too hard down on the power, I think.
On board with Sunninen.
Do we have some?
But yes, his car is in a lot better condition than Jarl's, so.
And his left front tyre is getting worse again, to be honest. Oh, he hits the wall on entry to turn 1.
But yeah, we were speaking earlier about as well how hard it is actually to pass on this track unless the guy in front doesn't make a mistake. There's basically only 2 places you can make a proper pass.
Oh, you have to get lucky most of the time if you like have to go back through a field because of because of a crash or something. Ooh,
he tries it again.
There we go.
Yep. Alex struggles a lot in the corner before that section. He struggles to make it turn in with the damage he's got. And Fernan knew what he needed to do from the previous lap, and just braked a little bit later and forced Alex to get out of it. Not the cleanest of moves, but it got the job done, and I think it was fair, or at least because Alex didn't turn in, it was fair. Maybe if the resulting accident had been worse, then maybe it wouldn't have been, but.
We know what accident there has been in the past that would have been exactly like that if it would have happened. He's already getting away.
I think Alex has got lower wings though.
Arox seems to have lower wings, but I don't think he really can fight back with that car he has.
It's the left front tyre as much as anything needs to be this. But I'm not sure why. Like, I mean, damage, yes, but it looks nasty. Really struggling with the arms.
All on par.
Is he racing this car behind? He hit the wall. Is he racing this car? Or is he just...
According to my tracker.
Yeah, they're just lapping back. Hoskin is just... Pitcairn is just getting his lap back. They had a timeout as well.
So actually it looks like this fight is pretty much fought.
How's Yoni doing? Dom, is he let's have a look. His tyres
Trying to be crossed.
Very
Yes, I know. I'm aware.
I don't... It's gonna be really
Oh, they've died! Since I went to look at that protest, they've died.
Well, it does happen at the end of a stint, but he's gone over the hour already.
They are thinner than I had ever had them, because I don't think our tyres in this state are healthy. Yeah, and looking at his lap times, he's just like cruising. 1:37.95.
One thing that could help him is that he's about to get lapped by the leader. Sounds weird, but it means he'll have to do one less lap once he gets lapped. How much gap can he lose? Look at where TEM are.
$26 seconds, if that makes sense. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's letting everything that gets near him go. Well, that's his teammate though, but...
Yeah, both Gen R cars timed down for the number 1 car. That pretty much ruined the 4-stopper.
He is using his brain, but the problem is if you go slow, you get your tyres even colder. It does make it worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's too late, really. I mean, if you're going to take this sort of precaution to slow down, you need to do it in heat peak. But that's when the damage is done, and at the moment what he's doing is he hasn't got enough tread block to actually heat his tyre up, and he's just going slow, so he loses temperature from his tyres, and that makes it scrub even more, and makes it more likely to pop.
Now let's see where Tiger Express is. Genuine passing start finish here, and Pop Bars is actually under the bridge. He's not far away. That can't be more than 10 seconds.
Yeah,
that
it'll be about 8, I think.
Could easily be catch here in the last few laps. And the problem is he can't push either because this doesn't have any tires.
Much better.
I don't think the tyres are going to go.
During his whole race. This whole race even.
Anyway, last 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes almost, of the first and potentially only GT2 World Series. It looks as though everything's settled apart from the final podium and the final race of the season. It's been 6 hours of ups and downs for many different reasons, but I think it's been an okay enough race. It's certainly been entertaining in parts for various reasons, and yeah, not long to go until we're all free. Free to do Super GT practice, I must say. Oh, there's a crash! There's a crash! There's a crash! Hang on, what happened there? There's a car sideways. It's Bello.
Black bolts.
And there's somebody else there. I don't know who it was. But they were sort of sideways in the middle of the track with somebody else. I don't know who that would have been. It would have possibly been... might have been Karekis. I didn't get a good look at the car.
He's got a bit of a hot left rear tyre. It could be, but he's just been in a bit of trouble there.
Two laps to go then, 2 laps for Yoni Tormless tyres. Drifting isn't going to help Yoni, drifting is not going to help. At least he's gone further than 14 laps like he did in Master of Endurance.
Well, technically the distance he did there is a lot more than 14 laps here, even if, but yeah.
Oh, and Tyan and Core are side by side at the hairpin, and it looks as though Core finally got past him.
Yeah,
Got past
they
him
are
properly.
past.
Oh, that's a bit of a weave.
Well, Alex.
Whoa!
Oh!
Inside! Want to pass this with me if he makes a stick?
Well, Alex
No,
lost the place, and he's now coming back at him again. Alex
Correct is
doesn't ever know when
there,
he's
doesn't want to
beaten.
get involved.
Cheeky karting move. Bit of bumping.
He just needs to stay close on the exit of the final corner, and he'll have a chance.
Great driving there between those two. I don't
time.
even think they touched, really, did they?
Looks like Alex is up in a
Alex is
lot
normally
better
fair.
position now with his left front tyre as well. It seems he can attack again.
Just though the Core setup's less wings on it because he's pulling away. Tyan's really only shot is a bit of a dive, I think, on these last 2 laps. They've actually had a very, very slow lap, 39.2. That can all be battling.
Maybe that's why he got close to him. But he did almost in the draft now, but yeah, not quite. Really needs to get a really good run on him to have a chance, really.
Anyway, we are on to the final lap. Matti Venchvari. Not French Fari, but Venchvari. Or Timu, what was it you said earlier to pronounce it properly? Matti Venchvari. Okay, I'm not very in a million years going to be able to say that, but he is leading the dominant charge from Lowland Lions today.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get another lap of the action between Core and Scuderia.
Well,
because
they
he's
are right
directly
under
behind them.
I'm sure Matty will not want to get anywhere near 2 people fighting tooth and nail on this last tour.
Doesn't need to, he's miles ahead of second place.
Indeed, and my 3ID are in 6th position still, I think, and they're
Which is definitely going to make them champions.
Yep, right along on the championship route. They've led from race 1, but today an XR has dominated at South City yet again. It's a strange occurrence, it shouldn't really happen, you'd feel,
It should.
but Lowland Lions and Matti Venchvari come round the final corner to win at South City, long reversed, and there goes the weaving on the straights right in front of his team Virus. Get the way Virus, he's doing weaves on the straight, so he can't do them all. Across the line, Matti Venchvari wins for Lowland Lions.
And the magical
SRs.
tyres have lasted.
SR seems to still have a lap to go, and where are 3ID? They're coming into the final corner now, all behind, all over the back of Speedo. Oh, we're going to have a collision. Oh well, that was interesting, but well, we're still going to have a collision, are we? On the exit of the corner. But here come our champions, my 3ID Gaming. Tomek Noziek, probably the best driver this season, there's no doubt about that. He started with a dominant...
Contact!
What are they
Contact!
doing?
Oh, what is he doing? Oh, he gets the position by doing that as well.
Maybe.
No, it says on the tracker they're 2 laps apart, doesn't it? Oh no, maybe it doesn't actually, I'm reading that wrong, so maybe he did get 5th position. Well, there's a there's a turn up for the books. Didn't quite work that one out, but there's 3ID finishing 5th. What a comeback drive in the end from 3ID, and that really is the way to defend your championship, even if banging wheels on the line is not quite how they would have wanted to do it, I'm sure.
Now SR coming around the last corner to finish
Yep.
in 2nd.
Yeah, and
more
we're
likely
currently
been
watching
behind
the
Lowland Lions.
battle, but it turns out there is no contest to the position of Core. Sasha second, Pavas for Tiger Express third. So in this way the season ends.
Indeed it does. An interesting finale, certainly. Certainly an interesting last few corners there. A lot of waving and bumping and riding, but two real standout performances today, Lowland Lions and 3RD, for various
Even
different
worse
reasons.
than GTL. 2 XRs on a podium on a anti-XR track.
It's the same base for the set. I think that's probably one of the contributory factors, really. We found something in it.
My magical setup. Actually, no, it wasn't. Oh my, what a race.
So now the podium is on screen. In the middle there is Lowland Lions. To their right it's Sonic Realms, and to their left Jenny Racing 2.
Hopefully we'll be getting 3RD to come to the start finish line as well, maybe sit in front of the 3 podium people or something. I don't know what Michael Booth wants to do for a photograph.
Would be nice, and
Especially after that last laugh of excitement. I did
Yeah.
not I did not understand that. It took me quite a while to understand that Speedo and 3RD were battling over position. Oh, I can't read trackers. It's not a good thing.
what is Vortex doing there?
Oh, that's just Koskinen. That's just Koskinen. Just let him do whatever he wants. He'll probably bring out a pink pony in a second and get all excited or something.
Okay.
But thank you very much to everybody for today. Thank you very much to everybody for the season. Thank you very much to the administration team, to all you guys today, especially Timu and Thielu, Timu and Thielu, that's a bit of a tongue twister, but Timu, Evening and Thielu Falkenberg for their efforts in the commentary box today, staying here for the whole race in Thielu's case and pretty much all of the race for Timu, so thank you to you too. Thank you to everybody who's been on the stream today, including Dominic Angle and Isaac Price, of course, and thank you for watching. It's been fun. It's been stressful, it's been fun, but
User disconnected from your channel.
there we have it. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Yeah, from my end, this was a nice end for a great season. I definitely think that the name World Series was adequate to this league. Now, an information for you guys out there, if you like. To join us for the next live stream, we will cover the City League, Germany's premier racing league, in 3 weeks' time on Monday Night Racing. And from my end, thanks for you all to be here. And it was great fun to commentate this, to cover this. And I hope you there had also a great time watching this race. So, thank you all. Thank you here into the commentary booth. Thank you to the guys in the control tower. It was a good season. It was a good end. It was well admin, and this way I say With the words of Jonathan Palmer, so long everyone.